So the one thing most people don't tell you when you get a Tesla is you have to relearn how to drive. That's right, throw everything you know about ICE or internal combustion engines out the window. From learning how to drive to learning how to use a screen that literally does everything for your car to using an app that can control your entire phone, there's a lot to learn in a little time. Today I'm going to be breaking down everything you need to know when getting your new baby. It's going to be a lot of content, so I'll make sure I break it down into different videos. Before we get started on that, I want to go over all things new Tesla owners should know, from maintenance to manufacturer warranties. What is up guys, it's Chris with Everyday Chris and welcome back to my channel, the #1 place for Tesla, tech, and everyday life. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome videos every week. And as always, like the video. Overall, because it's an electric car and a Tesla, there's very little to no maintenance. Especially with something called one-pedal driving. The motor can slow your vehicle to a complete stop, limiting the need to brake at all. However, this can be super difficult for some people and you can make your passengers super sick. I actually made a detailed video on how to drive your Tesla for the first time, so make sure you guys click on that link for that video. With my gas engine car, it was oil changes, transmission fluid changes, brake fluid changes, timing belt replacements. All that good stuff can add up over time, and time is money. However, with the Tesla, there's literally no engine to maintain. It's just storage space. There are pretty much only 4 things you really need to worry about with your Tesla. Number 1, air filters. Tesla recommends replacing your air filters every 2 to 3 years. And you can easily do it yourself. Now the second one is weird and kind of funny. With most tire manufacturers and car manufacturers, they recommend rotating your tires every 5,000 miles. However, with Teslas, they recommend rotating your tires every 6,250 miles. Which is super random. I got a quote for a Tesla mobile tire rotation where actually they come to your house to rotate your tires. And it only costs $50, which is super reasonable. However, for me personally, I am a Costco fan and I love everything Costco. And Costco tire rotations was only about $30. And they inflate the tires with nitrogen, so I ended up going with them. However, it's all a personal preference. Just make sure you watch my accessory video and you purchase the tire pucks that you can give to the Costco employees when they need to lift up your car. They also recommend testing your brake fluid every 2 years. However, that can easily change depending on how often you actually use the brakes. But I'm no mechanic, so make sure you guys stick to the recommended schedule. And lastly, they recommend an AC service every 4 to 6 years. Overall, this is super easy compared to any ICE car out there. So get ready to start laughing at your friends when they need to take in their cars for an oil change. Now, let's talk about quality control. Now, I already did a delivery day video where I break down everything to look for when you pick up your brand new Tesla. So make sure you guys click on that video for that information for that. However, don't have high expectations when picking up your car. I mean, Tesla has only been around for 17 years and it's a very new company. Pair that with Toyota, which has been around for 83 years, and Mercedes, which has been around for a whopping 97 years. Tesla has a lot to learn with issues with quality control, and there are a lot of issues that they are working on and trying to get fixed. However, most of these issues are easy fixes and they do fix them under their warranty. But if having a perfect car is your goal, then look elsewhere. Seriously, even my Lexus had issues when I first got the car. Even when you buy a brand new home, the builder even tells you to expect issues with the home. It's how the company deals with it. And yes, their customer service isn't the best. Double charge for a new car. Excuse me. However, their warranty is solid and they do try to do whatever they can to remedy the issue. And let's face it, the driving experience makes it completely worth it.
Dude, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
If you're interested in renewing your auto warranty now, please press 5 now or press 9 to be
No! I hate getting those random scam calls about my car's extended warranty. Thank goodness Tesla doesn't need an extended warranty. Tesla's batteries are solid and they back it up with a solid warranty. If you get a Model S or an X, you get 8 years or 150,000 miles on your battery. And if you have a Model 3 or Y, you also get 8 years or 120,000 miles. New Tesla vehicles also come with a 4-year or 50,000 mile warranty that covers any defects in materials or workmanship. However, this is a little vague because they also have a 100-mile fit and finish warranty when you purchase your brand new Tesla. And this is the super important one that you need to worry about. Let's say you decide to take delivery of your vehicle and it comes with a few issues. The second you accept delivery, your 100-mile starts. This means you have 100 miles to inspect your car and submit a service request if you missed anything during delivery day. But shoot, you live 101 miles away from the delivery center. What now? Well, I'm hoping it's a case-by-case basis, but if I were you, I would take as many photos as I can at the delivery center and then submit a service request then. I learned that as long as you submit the service request before 100 miles, as long as the request is submitted, you can still drive over 100 miles. And you can easily add more issues to the current service request because you usually find more issues while you drive the car. Now, I always recommend washing your baby for the first time. You get your hands on the vehicle, you're up close and personal, and you can see any defects or issues that you may have missed during delivery day. I actually noticed a few extra things wrong with my car that I probably wouldn't have noticed if I didn't wash it. In my car, I didn't have that many issues. However, in my friend's Model Y, he had a ton more issues than I did. For instance, both of his trunk pieces were bent, and you couldn't see it unless you were at the perfect angle. And it's so weird that they're both equally bent on both sides, as if a machine used too much pressure when installing it. His rear seat folding buttons also weren't installed correctly, so his buttons wouldn't fold the seats down. And of course, he had a few paint issues. However, all these were fixed under that 100-mile warranty, no questions asked. But if he didn't put a request in or he waited too long, they probably wouldn't have fixed those requests. Like for me, I found out that the trim in my rear back seat was actually ripped. And I had no idea it was ripped until I drove 2,000 miles. So when I contacted Tesla about it, they said that because my mileage was too high, they would not cover that under warranty, which sucks. So make sure you guys take the time and inspect and drive the car to see if any new issues come up, because they usually do. Now, when I first got Downy Chill, aka my Tesla, I stayed in the car all night long, and I was seriously in the honeymoon phase. A few things I learned to do is to make sure you let your Tesla sleep at night. Literally. A sleeping Tesla is super important so that the Tesla can recalibrate the battery as well as restart any functions or any issues that the car may have. For instance, if you have Sentry Mode on, which is Tesla's built-in dash cam, the Tesla will not sleep. It's only when Sentry Mode isn't on that the car will go to sleep. And to turn off Sentry Mode, it's as easy as excluding it from home when you are at home. Also, if you live somewhere super hot and you have cabin overheat protection on, I have heard of people saying that the car wouldn't sleep because of that. And another thing, make sure you set your Tesla navigation and set your home as the address so that the Tesla knows when it's home. Otherwise, Sentry Mode will stay on and the car won't go to sleep. And as you know, a sleeping Tesla is a happy Tesla. Or is it a plugged-in Tesla? Both. Usually within 15 to 20 minutes, the car does go to sleep. However, if you open the app or open the car door, the car will wake up. And you know the car's awake because it will make a bunch of super weird noises and clunking sounds as if it's annoyed that you woke the car up. Another thing the car loves to do is turn the fan on to cool the battery or cool the interior. And one weird quirk I found was that the car can actually turn on this super fan inside of the car to cool the battery down if you go on a long road trip. So I made it to the Airbnb. I don't know if you can hear what's going on, but I think because we've been driving for so long and supercharging, the battery's really trying to cool itself, so you could hear how loud it is. I just feel the heat. It's super loud and honestly sounds like a jet engine. Now, real quickly, we'll talk about the charging limit. You would think that having a Tesla, you wouldn't have to worry about the charging and all that stuff, and you could just charge to 100, drop it down low, charge it again. However, one thing to keep in mind is to limit the amount of charge for daily driving. You don't want to charge your Tesla to 100% every day, as it does reduce the lifespan of your batteries. The best percentage that works for most people as well as myself is charging the Tesla to around 80%. and they even recommend doing that on the screen. You also want to avoid the Tesla dropping below 10% too frequently, as a low discharge can decrease the battery life as well. On road trips, however, the sky's the limit. Charge to 100% or as much as you want. Just make sure to drive the car right away, as sitting with 100% battery in the battery pack can also decrease the battery life. However, don't worry about it too much and just drive the car. I recently went to Portland, Oregon, and I charged my car to 100% a few times and even dropped dangerously low to around 8%, and I had no issues with any battery degradation. So just drive the Tesla, baby. Now let's talk about range anxiety, because this is a huge one. So we are at 8% right now, and we have 27 miles, and it's 0.5 miles away. So pretty much 27 miles gives us 8%. Now I definitely don't recommend doing that. You always want to try to have at least 10% battery life, just in case you miss a wrong turn or for emergencies or anything like that. Because the wife is freaking out because she's afraid that she's not going to make it in time, but I know we'll make it. But this just shows how accurate it is that we will make it with 8%, like it said. I get so many questions from people asking me about the range anxiety and how they're afraid to drive the Tesla on a road trip because they're afraid that the battery will run out and that they'll be stranded in the middle of nowhere. However, the same can be applied to a gas car. Having just done a 2,000-mile road trip, I can say that it would be great if Tesla added a lot more superchargers. For instance, on holidays, there can be long lines to charge as there aren't many chargers in the area. But Tesla is continuing to expand and add more and more chargers everywhere, as well as expanding their current chargers to add more for people. And in high charge areas during holidays, they even have trucks with mobile charging to charge more vehicles, which is pretty awesome. They also have incentives to make people leave easier and offer things like free supercharging or a decreased rate if they were to charge between a certain time period during the heavy usage superchargers on road trips. Tesla also makes it super easy when you're on road trips with their user interface to let you know exactly how much charge you'll have remaining when you arrive to your destination. This is a game changer, as it has removed any type of range anxiety I might have had. Under the trip tab, it tells you how much percentage you'll have when you arrive. And it's been accurate 100% of the time, as it changes based on how fast you drive as well as the elevation. They also always maintain their chargers, and what's amazing about Tesla is that you can actually see the status of the supercharger before you even get there. On the Tesla screen, it tells you if there's any superchargers that are unavailable or under maintenance. It also tells you how many superchargers are currently left, and it tells you what to expect when you get to the supercharger if there's coffee or food. Overall, if I was to go on any other road trip, it would be in a Tesla. I'm also gonna be doing a road trip video to see how easy it is to charge and drive, as well as the cost of supercharging. So stay tuned for that video. Now I get this question so much, I have to make another video about it. Is full self-driving worth it? In the news, it gets a really bad rep. People falling asleep, nobody in the driver's seat, causing a fatal crash, and that's just plain dumb. It's honestly a tough question to answer right now because FSD isn't really full self-driving yet. Oh God. It's moving. Nope, didn't work. Pretty much paying for features that aren't available yet, so it's like a free loan for Tesla. Also, a lot of these features are in beta and aren't that reliable. For instance, when cars are merging into the far right lane on the freeway, it has such a hard time figuring out what to do. However, overall we're super happy with it, and it made the 2,000-mile road trip to Oregon super easy and less stressful. Now you can't talk about Tesla without talking about technology. Teslas are one of the few cars out there with so much technology, and their Tesla app on the phone makes life super easy. Once you set up your phone as a key, the app updates you on the temperature of the car, charging, as well as lets you control the car in so many ways. Overall, Tesla's goal is to make life easy for the consumer. However, all these features can be confusing, which is why I'm making videos for all of it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you guys are considering a Tesla, make sure you guys use my referral link for 1,000 free supercharger miles, and I'll see you guys next week.